Happy Friday! Looks like it's starting to rain. Just unloaded here. In Spokane Valley. I don't know if there's a point of stopping because that road doesn't go anywhere. Technically right now it's just a road that turns at 40 degree, 90 degree angle. 40 degree. Ugh. Okay. What time is it? 8:30. I'm going to take a look on the road north of us. If it looks like it's closed, I'm going to go south. I just remember their sign last night said something about the road closed between 8 a.m. and something. There's a bunch of cars lined up there, so it's much shorter going this way.
In 1/2 miles,
I just hope I don't have to turn around if I'm wrong. Although those cars aren't construction cars, it looks like they're just normal cars. Just waiting for the train. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So last night I took that northern corridor into town. It was pitch black and snowing like crazy. Well, it was slushing like crazy. Big snowflakes, but as soon as they hit, they all just turned into a wet slush.
Stop sign.
Now, almost to the end of the train. Okay, road closed. Oh, on the 16th. On the 16th it's closed between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Okay. Today's what, the 13th? So Monday. We won't be here Monday. Monday we're going to be in Kamloops. Pretty much need that whole space. I think I gotta wait for every car to get moving. Looks like I got enough space there. Yep, I would have had barely enough space for one car to sit here. Oh, I see cars coming further off. Hammer down. As long as you guys don't switch lanes into the fast lane, keep an eye on my mirrors, we're good.
Continue on East Trent Avenue.
Okay. See if they're going to allow me to get in here. Well, I'm afraid I know what this kind of weather means for Paulson Pass. Chain up. I feel like we're going to chain up over the Paulson. So we're running empty to Fruitvale. Hopefully it doesn't turn into snow before Madeline Falls. There's some curvy corners there that get sketchy if that gets snow. I'll have to chain up there on the road. There's nowhere to pull over and chain up. So we'll see. But Paulson Pass, I'm pretty confident we're going to be chaining up for that today. It could be warm enough to melt and we don't have to, but we'll see. So I'll get to our loading spot right around noon. So should be heading over the Paulson 2 o'clock-ish. So it should be the best time of day to go over the Paulson, but we'll see. We will see. And yes, thanks to you guys, I think very, very, very rarely ever go through downtown Spokane again. Excuse me. So I'm headed to Fruitvale, which means I have to take the Madeline Falls border crossing that way. It's pretty much a straight line directly north, and then I'm going to loop to Summit, which is just north of Salmo, pick up some washer fluid, some coolant, and some batteries for my wide load lights, because I'm picking up a wide load at Fruitvale. It's just veneer. It hangs over 1.5 inches on both sides, 2 inches on both sides, give or take. But I still need a wide load permit, and I need wide load lights. And those batteries on those things were dying. The last load I was doing, they were starting to get really dim, so get some new batteries for those. I think that's all I need. That's why you start signaling much earlier. Start signaling earlier. As soon as you're going to start slowing down, start signaling. Because if you're not using your brake lights to slow down, I don't know that you're going to be stopping and turning off. That would have been a hard brake if I had been loaded. Excuse me. I'm allergic to you guys or the rain, I guess. Nice thing about empty load, Jake brakes do all the work. Don't need brakes. Okay, what is breakfast today? Oh yeah, granola bar. I am that way. I have the exact same breakfast, exact same lunch, exact same supper, day in, day out, week after week, month after month. I'm super OCD, and I find if I keep certain things exactly the same, have basically a foundation of things that are exactly the same, I do much better. I can function as a human being. If I have certain things the same all the time, some other sporadic, oh, that little pickup has tracks on it. That was cool. Little European, little mini pickups, little mini trucks they have. Someone put tracks on it. That was cool. Like quad tracks like I have on my quad, exactly the same thing on the pickup. I forget what I was talking about. Americans with their no lights on. There's so many vehicles with no light. A lot more than they used to. There's still, you can't pass over here relying on headlights. Oh, 40. Was there no reduced ahead 40 for that one? I think that caught me off guard before. Watching the traffic and watching my mirrors. That's sometimes a problem in cities. There's so many signs, you get overloaded by all these signs that you start missing important ones.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on North Argonne Road. At the traffic light. Continue on North Argonne Road.
30. What am I doing? 26? Okay. Excuse me. Anyway, let's see what the weather looks like down the road. It's a big jump. across the river, Madeline Falls. There's a little bit of slush on the road. Looks like we'll be okay. But we won't know until we reach those switchbacks. As long as the switchbacks are like this, I'll be fine. It's beautiful. Although you can see that most of the snow is not sticking on the trees. It's so much rain and with the snow and slush that it's all been knocked off the trees. And maybe there's been wind too, who knows. Still using Jake brakes because there's still lots of grip here as long as I stay in the lane of travel, in the most used lane. Nobody coming. Always go right to the yellow line around this corner, or else you curb your trailers, and that's a huge curb. Festival, first weekend in December. Hasn't that come and gone? I know for you guys it has come and gone, but it's come and gone for me too. Would have been the last weekend for me. Okay, power divider lock on. Don't know if I'm going to need it, but we'll do that now. Let's lock up the front drive axle. I only want to lock up one because there's a lot of corners here and I have to be able to turn. And here, if there's oncoming traffic, we're just going to stop. This bridge is narrow when there's not snow on it. With snow on it, I don't think two big rigs would have an easy time passing each other here. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all so far. Yeah, it looks like they've done a good job of cleaning this off, so cool. Makes my life a bit easier. Oh, that sign tells us to do a burnout. I'm sorry, I don't have the horsepower to do a burnout. This corner we can stay in our lane, but the next corner we always cross the yellow line. So gotta really watch for oncoming traffic. This little S curve here, or double switchback, I don't know what you'd call it. Okay, he's got enough room. He's way over our line, which happens. He's stopping for me to clear him there. And I'm crossing over here. That was actually really good timing. Neither of us had to stop all the way. He almost came to a stop to wait for me to clear. We were both in each other's lane. Whenever you do corners like that, you just go slow enough that both of you can stop, figure it out, and keep moving. And as a rule of thumb, on a hill like this, the guy coming down is the guy that tries to stop. On a logging road, it's the opposite. The guy going up that stops, because the guy going up the hill is empty. The guy coming down the hill is loaded. Yeah, no problem. Did a good job of cleaning this hill. Definitely looks like there's more snow up here after climbing to the top. All right, off to the border. Once we cross the border, we'll head to Salmo, pick up my supplies, and then south to Fruitvale, get loaded for the weekend, head home. That's that wide load. There's even looking if I'm coming. That wide load of veneer that we saw my buddy last week Friday, that veneer, a wide load. Yeah, that's where I'll be hauling. Yeah, I know it's barely a wide load, but it's still legally a wide load. I let dispatch know I needed a permit, and I saw my email pop up, so I'm pretty sure I've got the permit in my email already. Looking a little more slushy up here. It's +3 out, so anything that's black is grippy. I've turned Jake brakes on. I don't want to come around the corner like this and there'd be slush on the road like there is now. Let off the throttle and the brakes kick in, and jackknife away we go. So I'm still using Jake brakes when I want to slow down on straight sections where I know, but I'm turning them on and off as I need them. I have no cruise control either. It's that time of year. think people have school today, because that school bus stop, the school bus turnaround there is not plowed. The schoolyard was not plowed. I didn't see anybody around. A little slushy here. Look on Drive BC and see if chain up lights are on for Paulson. While I'm getting loaded. Always take my time going down a hill where roads might be slippery. Just going down a hill, if you start sliding, good luck trying to recover that. There's no slowing down and stopping. Going uphill, you start slipping a little bit, take your foot off the throttle, everything calms right down. Might spin out because of it, but you're not going to crash. As easy anyway. But downhill, you want to be really careful on slippery roads. More so in a regular car. I guess not more so. Just as important in a regular car as in a big rig. Take it easy down the hills. Drive a little more aggressive going up the hill. Okay, here's another bridge I really don't want to meet oncoming traffic. I'm trying to look through the trees, but there's so much snow on them, I can't see if there's any cars coming from that way. Yeah, my lane's definitely gone. In the summer, I have a hard time staying in my lane. For sure cannot stay in my lane today. Just saw a big snowball rolling down the cliff right here. Good timing again. Didn't meet anybody on the bridge. Yeah. Bunch of little mini avalanches here. Anyway, the border's coming up, so I'll go down the road and we'll see what Paulson looks like once we're loaded. I guess it'll get dark before we get to the Paulson. So right now we're on 3B, or Highway Creepy, as Garmin seems to say. With the weather the way it is, we're gonna go from Trail to Castlegar, and then over the Paulson, over the Eholt, over Anarchist, arrive in Osoyoos, and then head north to Penticton. This load's going to Kamloops on Monday morning, so leave Sunday evening. checked on the webcams for the pulse, and the road looks pretty good. It looks completely bare, just wet, so as long as I can get over it before it freezes, I should be fine. Jess says it's starting to snow at home, so it might be snowing on the pulse, and too, the clouds are pretty low, so hopefully I get over it before it starts sticking. Some kids sliding down into the little gully there. Montrose. Some Christmas decorations up. Someone was about to close the blind. They were looking at me. If that was you, hi. I hadn't planned on finding supper somewhere along the way, but I guess I'll be home late enough that I have to find supper before I get home. Darn. Less than a week left this year, huh? I'm totally not into New Year's resolutions. If I can't change things that I want to change about myself today, right now, I'm not going to do it. If I tell myself I'm going to do a New Year's resolution. Down, down, down into trail. Yes, you can upshift. I was just in the wrong selection. Gain a little bit speed here, but there's a good chance of getting a red light at the bottom, so you don't want to gain a lot of speed. There's the red light. Might be lucky and it'll be green by the time I get there. Yeah, they got it orange already. Ah, yep. Nice. be in this lane. Yeah, maybe I do. Unfortunately, I can't switch back. Me back in or not? Apparently not. I'll just get up to speed and see what happens. Signal, see if they leave me enough space to get through. They did. Like there's a hill coming, I'm going to be slow. I don't want to be stuck in the fast side. Made all the wrong choices there. Oh well. Guess I'm allowed to do that once in a while. Wide load like this, you really got to pay attention to your surroundings. Said it only overhangs a few inches, but it takes away a lot of your mirror. Can't see what's going on behind you. Yeah, so the dispatch says I have to deliver at 9 a.m. on Monday. So I called my dispatch and asked them what gives. If they've got appointment times there now or what. If I can attempt to deliver at 7 a.m. There'll probably be a couple of the trucks there, but why can't I pull in at 7 a.m.? He just goes, because you got a wide load, you're not allowed to drive at night. I'm like, well, in that case, I'm not allowed to go home today. It'll be dark before that. I just go, I've got lights, I can run at night. I've got battery powered lights that you put on the outside of the load, and then you're legal to run a wide load at night. I'm getting home tonight. He just goes, in that case, you can deliver at 7 a.m. It's like, perfect. One of our dispatchers called in sick today, so we're short-staffed in the office, so try not to bother him. Just ask quick questions that I need to know and leave him alone. Excuse me. Get this frog out of my throat. Sure, a huge pollution machine there. Pretty darn big factory. They harvest some precious metals, like gold, silver, zinc, copper, all that stuff. I don't know what they produce the most, but place is the reason why this town exists. Well, at least why the town is the size it is. Kid, what are you doing? Don't want to splash you guys either. Try to keep out of those puddles. Everybody's going to Rossland. Oh, my Garmin's even making me go this way. Cool. It picked the path I wanted to go on. Sometimes it makes you go for strawberry, and I'm like, not with a full load. No point in climbing that mountain twice. Empty, sure, but not full load. This is definitely one of the heaviest loads I've hauled. Why do I say that? Because looking on my PSI gauge on the drives, I was dead on 70 PSI. And that's my maximum for the drives. My bridge, my maximum is 74 PSI. I was at 72, so I got 2 PSI space there. And my pup, my maximum is 80 PSI, and I was dead on 80. So hopefully I am just underweight on all of the axles. The bridge is underweight, but the drives and the pup are right on that legal line. So hopefully I'm underweight. Won't know until I hit the first scale, and the first scale will be midway, which is usually closed. Open maybe 2 times a year type of a scale. 60 kilogram over, not a big deal, but I don't want to go much more than that. Guy said earlier today he was 800 kilogram over, and they pulled him to the side. I'm not sure where the line is, where they decide to how far overweight you're allowed to go before they decide to pull you in. I'm guessing they're probably a little more lenient if you're way under on gross, but me, I'm going to be right maxed out on gross too. I'll be under on gross, but I'll be close. But I know my gauges. I know them very well, so I feel quite safe going over scale. I'm confident that I am right on the line. I won't have to hit the Castlegar scale, but I'm going to hit the midway scale, which would be a crazy situation if that place was open. I'm going to hit the Cleveland scale. Has not been open for many months. It used to be open all the time, and all of a sudden it just stopped being open. So I don't know when they're going to start being open again. I don't know if the guy quit or what happened, why it's never open anymore, but it hasn't been open in a long time. And then I'll hit the Vernon scale, which is, I've never seen it open on weekends, so it's unlikely I'm going to hit a manned scale, but you never know. They do open on random days sometimes to keep us honest. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't think I'll be chaining up today, so it'll be a good weekend. I will be getting home pretty darn late today, but that's okay. I'll be home for a day and a half, not my usual 2 days, but that's okay. Happens sometimes. I guess if I had shut up and decided to deliver at 9 a.m. on Monday, I could have left Monday morning instead of Sunday evening. But, I didn't shut up. Especially Christmas coming, paychecks are going to be smaller. Well, for me, Christmas is still coming. For you guys, New Year's is coming. Paychecks are going to be smaller here for a bit with all the extra days off. So, I don't mind running a couple extra hours, have a shorter weekend. So yeah, have a great weekend. Relax, enjoy, and I will see you guys on Monday.